Hello everyone. In the non-horizontal projectile part of the lab, you are asked to set the initial speed at 15 meters per second, which is the default here. And you're asked to set the angle at 60 degrees and the height at 0. So for the height to be at 0, we have to drag the cannon downward, and you can see the height reading on the left. So I'm going to drag it until we get it to 0 meters, so make sure it reads 0 meter here, so that's height of 0. And then you can adjust the angle to 60 degrees by rotating the cannon counterclockwise, and you can see here the angle indicator is visible, so that's 60 degrees. And also you're asked to check the box beside the velocity vectors components, which is this one here, and also switch the view from normal to slow motion. This will enable us to pause at different points. In one of the questions in the lab, we are asked to observe the velocity components at different points, especially at the highest point. So we can go ahead and launch the projectile by clicking on the red button here. And you can see here, you'll be able to look at the velocity components at any point by clicking on the pause button. So we can replay it and pause it at different positions, observing how the velocity components are changing or not changing with time in terms of their magnitude and in terms of their direction. And now to pinpoint the highest point, we'll be using the gauge here. And now we can complete the projectile motion while looking at the velocity vectors at different points. To pinpoint the highest point, I'll bring the gauge here, and we'll be able to look at different points and compare the height. So the peak will be the highest point indicated in the time range height gauge. Also, we can pinpoint the lowest point by bringing the gauge here to the end of the path and locating the 0 height. So the lowest point will be where the height is indicated by 0 meter. Of course, also the launching point will be 0 meter. And then we can also look at the time at any point during the path. This will be the time taken from the moment the cannonball was launched until it reached that point. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.